fun. This is so fun. All this water is like so fun. Like running around my house, like everywhere. I like go in my stream room and I'm like picking everything up off the floor, still naked. Like before I pick anything up, actually, I immediately pick up my phone and I film myself crying, running around my house naked, and I put it on Discord and go, what do I do? And then I put my phone down and started picking up everything, crying. And then I realized where it was coming from, and it was coming from my shower, and it's gray water. Yeah, it was a little dirty water, a little nasty water. It was nasty, it's stinky. So lo and behold, me and the dogs were all running through the poo water for a good 30 minutes, trying to get everything out of the house, and the dogs were just living their best life. But luckily I had it all handled, and I had Serve Pro out within, I think, an hour and a half of everything happening. I was drinking some wine, but some quality bonding time with the dogs. Oh, and then we had to well, Serve Pro does it, and they had to throw like everything away because if it's got like poo on it, or like, you know, E. coli is like gross, you know, so like it's very bad bacteria, so like a lot of stuff just had to be thrown away. So then while we were covered in poo water, we had to all bathe in my pool while all the workers showed up. So I was like half naked, like bathing in my pool, bathing my dogs in my pool. Yes, but you can't call it that type of water because your insurance doesn't like sewer leaks, and they don't want to pay for sewer leaks because technically that's a city problem. It's not a property problem, but the root of a tree grew through the line of my piping that goes to the sewer that was on my property line, and in California you're in charge of it all the way up into the sewer anyway, which caused a slow clog and then eventually back up into the house. So you have to call it gray water in proper terms for your insurance company so you can get the most of everything. And then I got a lawyer and a PA because they're going to be handling it to get the most amount of money, because my insurance only wanted to give me $27,000. They didn't ask me anything that was... They didn't ask me about anything that was like damaged. And the problem is so like I just got, so that day I had run around my house like picking up everything. Like my computer is like 30 pounds, I think, maybe 40 pounds. So like I'm like panicking. Luckily it's on wheels, but like my other one was on the ground, so I'm like panicking, picking things up. So that night I was in so much pain, I got diazepam, and the last time I took it, I don't remember because I was so out of the hospital. So I had taken diazepam at night, and then when I woke up, I took it again. The insurance people, I didn't drive to my house. Somebody else drove me to my house. And then the insurance people showed up, but I was asleep on the floor in the cement in my garage because that shit is like, hits you like a ton of bricks. So my business assistant had to deal with everything. He didn't know what was ruined. So luckily I took pictures and videos of everything, but so then they only tried to give me $27,000 and close out my case within 3 days, and they did like an automatic wire into my account. But my flooring is hand-baked Spanish clay, so it has pores and it's not sealed. So they just wanted to replace the flooring. They didn't want to replace the molding. The bottom of the walls, drywall that's probably ruined. They didn't send anything out to get tested to make sure there was no asbestos, because my house was built in 1965 or 69, I'm not quite sure. And I had replaced all the wooding under the flooring as well, and I had sprayed it for chemicals and chemical protection and termite protection. So I'm like, well, I want all that fucking replaced because they have a heater under my house right now heating the floor as well. So it was just really funny. What did I save first? You know what I saved first? I tried to save God Dog's bed first. So my dog that passed away, his bed, I had just put on the ground like 2 days prior so Poor could lay in it and just be familiar with it. So I tried to save that, but it still got wet, and it's not something you want to wash. Then after that, I immediately went into my stream room and started picking up stuff in my stream room. That was the room that I was like, oh fuck, everything in this room. I had to get rid of asbestos when I replaced my AC, and it was really annoying, but I was literally knee deep in sewer water when my basement flooded last year. Ugh, that's so terrible. So terrible. Yeah, because I guess also everything that's happening on the East Coast affects insurance. Like, so whatever happens nationally still affects your insurance, even if you're not in those areas. So, because there's so many floodings and everything with the hurricane on the East Coast, that they're going to try and cut corners and save as much as they can. And also, even though insurance is for you, they will not work it for you. So unless you get somebody that knows how to use the system the way your contract is actually set out for you to use the system, then how are you ever to know? I would have taken the $27,000 and been out, had to come out of pocket for a lot of flooring. I still haven't been placed in housing based on my insurance. The PA just finally got me temporary housing, you know? So, like, it's crazy. Yeah, insurance companies, don't ever trust your insurance company. Do not ever trust your insurance company. Like, if there's one thing you learned today, if anything happens to your house and you have insurance, do yourself a favor, retain yourself a PA, and if you want, get a lawyer, because they will get either, I think it's 15% on the dollar or 25% in California over the top. So you don't have to pay them anything. They work for you for free to get you the most out of your insurance. And you will get more out of your insurance by having them help you 100%. Yeah, like, what are the odds I have like a death in the family, a back break, there's some other crazy shit that's happened to me. I'm on like crazy ketamine therapy. I found out I'm gonna I have 6 more herniated discs, and then my house floods. Like, I'm telling you guys, I have always known this, and I wish people would listen to me. I know for a fact I was fucking Genghis Khan in my life, and I'm sorry if that offends some of you, but that's who I was in my past life. I'm working my way into being a caterpillar in my next life. I just have to be happy about everything bad that happens to me here, and maybe I'll turn into a butterfly and a bird won't eat me. So that's where we are in life. Oh, so we're family. For sure, I really feel like I was. I'm telling you. I could have picked any evil person in my past life. I'm telling you, that's who I was. I know. If you see me rage in a video game, think of my battle cry. Does that not remind you of a history book? I don't know. I may have a good spirit now, but this may be my 3rd round. He lived a very long time ago. If Brittany handled 2007, you can do this. I like that thinking. That's great. That's great thinking. Not really, but go off, sister. Thank you, JF421, for the posture check. Totally, Genghis. I told you! Oh my gosh. Thank you, and NC Mitchell. Thank you so much. You know, I am noticing something. It's quite hard with video gaming with my, like, it's in my face.